everybody, it's Romania Black, and you may be asking what we are watching in between season 1 and season 2 of Mob Psycho. And when I was plotting out this season and this series of the watch order, I was seeing if there were any OVAs or anything extra. And it turns out there are some OVAs with Mob Psycho. And so I looked at the watch order guide and it said that after season 1 there were these little shorts called Mob Minis. And I looked on several streaming platforms and of course they don't have them. And so I saw that you could watch them on some sketchy sites, and I've done that for OVAs in the past, but I was like, man, I wish there was just an official place to watch them. And it turns out they're on the Blu-ray, baby. So I love Mob Psycho enough that I want to support the official release. And so I ordered the Blu-ray for season 1. And on season 1, on the back, there are these things called the Mob Psycho Minis. So there are 6 of them all together, which is fun. And they all look like they are little shorts. I don't know if they are, I didn't research them at all because I didn't want to be spoiled. So I don't know if they are just like extras from one's manga that are just little extra bonus shorts that they just decided to add in, or if they were like little footnotes in one's manga that they decided to animate. I don't know. Or if they're totally made up and not canon and filler. Either way, Bones took the time. If they're not canon, then Bones took the time to create these short films because they love Mob Psycho that much. And I'm all about it. So I thought it would be fun that between seasons 1 and season 2, I would watch them. I had already planned for season 2, episode 1 to come out the following Sunday after episode 12 of season 1. So I just felt like doing this in the middle of the week, being like, oh, it's just a bunch of minis. It's fine. It's 40 minutes worth though. So that's exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, how cool. So I figure I might take some notes in between each short as we go through it, or go back through and take notes and talk about it when we're done. But I'm really excited because I love Mob Psycho. It's so fun. I absolutely love it. And I didn't want to start this video out without talking about a little bit of Reigen thirst, because I mean, y'all know we gotta have some Reigen thirst going on. So I did want to bring up these images here that have been shared in the Discord. I absolutely love the Dimple as the guard possessed Dimple and Reigen art. It's so good. Like, I don't ship them really, but they make Dimple Sama look so good in the guard's body. And then they always have him and Reigen doing like adult things and watching over Mob and the others. So it's like, man, look at that. But look at this artwork here. Look at this jazz. It's Dimple Sama in the guard's body. He's holding onto Mob. Mob is looking like he needs an adult. And Reigen is that adult, but Mob's using his powers to make Reigen float. And Reigen, of course, looks freaked out by it. So I'm like, how crazy, right? Who knew? But there's that art. But there's also, look at this. Look at this business. This sweet drips from everybody. I love that Mob has a bow tie because Mob with the bow tie is so precious. He looks like he's a waiter at a restaurant and it's adorable. And then Sho and Ritsu, look at them sitting next to each other. Don't think I'm not shipping them already. But yeah, Ritsu's got the tie. Sho is like wearing a jacket over his suit because of course he is. I love Reigen with the glasses and like the plaid jacket with the umbrella, looking very much like a British adult. And then you have Teru with like the gold Rolex and the suit, looking awesome with his glasses. I love it. And then Dimple Sama with the pinstripe suit, looking all crass. I'm like, Dimple Sama, I love you. It looks great on him. And then I had to share this art of Reigen that was on the Discord. When you don't believe in ghosts, but you're so good at ghost hunting, it becomes your career. I love it's like a TikTok. That's great. And then finally, this image here of like the Mob Psycho squad. They all look like they are they're figure skaters. They have figure skating. I love the colors. It's like a rainbow. You have Mob as the yellow, which kind of makes sense because you gotta be a little cautious around yellow. You have, I want to make note, again, y'all are feeding my Ritsu Sho agenda because you have like this pink and green, which colors that go together really well. Then of course you have a Teru in red, of course, makes sense. Reigen in blue. I like Reigen in blue. Reigen looks really good in blue. And then you have Dimple in purple. I like it a whole lot. It's very, very cute. Don't worry. I've got plenty of more images, but I'm saving them for the Reigen Thirst update next week. I'm saving them for Sunday's episode to start off season 2. I got some good ones and I'm saving them for Sunday. So, but I wanted to share those, also so that season 2, part 1 doesn't go on for like 20 minutes of Reigen footage. So, with that being said, I'm really excited to see what all we get in this set of minis. I've had a lot of people in the Discord be like, never watched them. So, should be fun, right? It's probably just gonna be like lighthearted, funny stuff, but the humor of Mob Psycho is so good. It's so quirky, weird, and unhinged, and I love it, that I can't imagine them just doing something off the wall. We'll see. But in any case, we're gonna watch these minis and see what Mob Psycho gives us. And we're gonna do that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. That was really cute. When I saw Mob Minis, I was like, what? Surely it's not gonna be like I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just thinking of short clips and skits. I wasn't thinking it was gonna be a full-on actual mini series. That's really cute though. I like it. Okay. All right. That was really cute. I did really like that a lot. I actually took a lot of little notes. I was trying to read, because since it's not animated, I mean, it was pixels, but since it wasn't like an actual animation, I was trying to pay attention to what the words were, because you kind of had to follow along. But I really liked that. The only thing that was a little confusing was that where Tomei went, they didn't really elaborate or finish that. They said they were going to in 6B, but I guess maybe they had. What was 6B? I guess 6B would have been, but it was like, that was the Kageyama joke one. So they didn't actually ever finish that joke. So, interesting. I might wait and see what y'all say in the comments about that one. But these were really cute. I like it. Looked like a little video game. It made me want a Mob Psycho video game. Can I have that, please? Can you all make a Mob Psycho, like, pixelated, like, little NES game? I would love that. But I love that Tomei, the class president for the telepathy club, she's like, she just wants to find aliens. She just wants to see somebody with aliens. Why is that so hard? I felt kind of bad for her, that the other club members are clearly just there to get away with doing nothing, and she actually wants to do something. So I always feel bad for her. I'm like, Tomei-chan, like, she can't help it, right? But oh my god. So I never thought I would hear Reigen Arataga saying the words, "I purchased a Brazilian wax." But here we are. I was like, wait, what are we doing? And that's exactly what he did. Purchasing, like, the fact that he was like, oh, it reminded me of The Simpsons. It's one of my favorite Simpson memes. It's where the principal, he's like, am I out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. And Reigen's just like, is it my fault that I was caught? No, it's Mob's. It's like, because he didn't shave his legs. That was great. And then the stiff, you know what? I don't feel too bad for the stiff guy that had the stiff shoulders. That was the one-click curse, the porn curse, because he won a 300 million yen lottery. And he was like, my wife went off to go tour the world and I just stayed here. I'm like, what? But yeah, I love that Reigen's just like, well, he's trying to find any way to con him. And then he's like, well, wait, you were inside. What kind of sites did you visit? And he's like, I don't know. And the guy being so crass and being like, I don't know, porn. And Reigen's like, that's it. That's why. So good. It's so freaking good. But yeah. So, and then it's almost like, is Reigen anti-porn? Because he was like, that's what the curse was from. I was like, Reigen, are you like seriously, in all reality, the most wholesome? But I think one of the most interesting, probably one of the more interesting storylines is the fact that Masato, this whole time, Masato has been meeting up with the Psycho Helmet cult that developed after the episode of Dimple Sama, and she's been like spurring the cult on and trying to get Mob involved. I was like, Masato, what are you doing? Why are you becoming a cult leader? And she's like, the very end where it's like, truly godlike, and the legend of Mob has begun. I was like, what is happening? That was probably the most like interesting storyline that I was like, is that going to go somewhere in season 2? The fact that Masato is actively keeping a cult alive for reasons like, what? That part was fascinating. But okay, what a tease. This show, y'all know that I've been kind of like very hesitant about Tsubomu-chan from day one, because I've been like, I don't know about this. Mob really likes you, but is it warranted? I've been really hesitant about Sabomi-chan. And then we start out this next skit where her and Mob go to the zoo to see the penguins, which is that a Neon Genesis reference, that the fact that it's penguins, because Neon Genesis is a penguin. I don't know. But she's talking about the penguins, and Mob makes them float again. She's like, oh, it's like back when you did it with the doggies and the froggies. And he's like, oh, I thought you'd get bored. And she's like, no. And it was legitimately a really sweet moment. And I was like, oh, okay. Everything's fine now. No. No. Instead, it's just... No. Instead, it's like Mob just having a dream. What a damn tease. I hate it, right? But that was probably the most frustrating one. And then we had the Body Improvement Club that was after Teru's battle. I love that he's like, when we meet again on the battlefield, we're going to be Nakama. We're going to be sweaty seekers of glorious muscles. It's like, so cute. And then Tomei looking for espers. And then she almost kind of flirts with Mob a little bit, which Mob does not know how to act with that. He's just like, I don't know what to do. He's like, you're really close. Why are you so close to me? And she's like whispering in his ear because she's trying to like elicit a response out of him. But Mob's just like, I don't know how to take this. And it's like, oh girl, leave Mob alone. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how to handle girls like that. It's like, no. And then getting Ogisawara. I love the gangs. Ogisawara, he's so quirky. I love him as like, he's a really nice guy. He just happens to have this habit of being like a gang leader, right? And so what I love about it is that he doesn't know how to use idioms right. He messes them up all the time. And his friends are like, you messed those up, but we'll let it slide. And they kept going through all the different gang leaders, like from like each district, and they just kept getting more outrageous as they went. It's just absolutely hilarious. I like that we actually had a short that gave us a little more information. Like the one is the porn collector. I'm like, what? And then Ritsu's awakening. Ritsu in these shorts was kind of frightening, where he was just like going through all the powers, and Dimple's like, whoa, maybe you don't need my help. Slow down. Stop. Cease. Desist. And then he takes the frying pan and messes it up in front of Asahi and is it Horino or Hoshino? Like messes it up in front of them. Like, oh my god, Ritsu. But I think maybe one of my favorites was Morimusha, the one where Teru increases his wig. He goes through all the wigs, he's like, no. And then he just keeps piling up because he was so insecure about his hair. I will say, by the end of season 1, I had gotten so accustomed to the ridiculous hair. I was a little sad in episode 11 to see it go. But by episode 12, I was like, oh no, it's a good thing that it's gone. By episode 12, I was like, oh no, good deal. I'm glad that we got rid of that because enough was enough, right? That was probably a good thing. But yeah. And so we get Ginsan. Anytime a show like Mob Psycho gets super serious with it goes over the top serious and it's doing so as a parody, I eat that shit up. That stuff is my jam. And so Ginsan's backstory, where he's like, it all started when I was digging the tunnels. I was like, yes! Because the show knows exactly what it's doing and it's hilarious. I freaking love it. And he's like, even the worker ants can have pride. I was like, I don't know why I made him Southern. But that was absolutely wonderful. And then we have the game where Teru and Mob, like they basically, it gave us, a lot of these shorts were giving us previews that led up to the events that happened in the actual episodes. So that was a lot of fun. Like they have Terada when he was getting tortured. And then Takeuchi's abilities, where he's like all of his attacks. And he just monologues. He just villain monologues the entire time. And it's like, what are we doing? It was absolutely hilarious. And I loved it. So there's that. That was great. That was freaking great. I loved it. It was wonderful. But yeah. So we had all those. And then Muraki, he was the one that always had the dot on his head, Muraki, that could make the copies of himself. I could never get his name right. I called him the copy Esper. But Muraki and Sakurai, and it shows them leaving the 7th Division. And the entire time, that thing in the middle of his head that was like a symbol, it was a mole. Wow, that seems like in the logic of the episode that makes a lot of sense. I was like, of course it does. And then I just love that it's like the mom and the Esper unit, the Kageyama family. I thought we were really getting something that was going to lead into season 2. And the dad was like, the Kageyamas, we've always been Espers. And since my ancestors' time, we've been helping the Japanese government. But then my grandfather left the Esper unit to go marry and elope with my grandmother. And since then, the government's been after us, trying to find us. So we have to keep the boys safe. And the mom's like, what are we doing? He's like, I'll protect us with our powers. And then he just farts. It would really be a cool twist if this would lead into a plot point in season 2 with the dad having like there's some kind of Kageyama, like they've all been Espers this whole time, and the mom's like, what the heck? But I don't know if we'll actually get that. But I had me hook, line, and sinker. Sabomi and the dad, they had me hook, line, and sinker in this. I was like all about it. Oh my god. But yeah. And then finally Reigen, he tries to pull a Denji and he fails miserably. Denji's just lucky there's not a mob in his life. Otherwise, he'd never get to cop a feel. That woman had the bruise in her chest, and Reigen's like, got this, mob. Give me some of your power. I like that most of these, they happened after the season 1. So you needed to watch these minis after season 1 to get the full effect, which I really, really appreciated. So I really enjoyed these. These were very cute and a lot of fun. The pixelated ones, I wish it had been animated, but we got 40 minutes worth, and I love that the fact they had the voice actors come in and just do it and be like, just go crazy with it. It was really cute and a lot of fun. But I'm ready for season 2, y'all. I don't know about you. I can't believe we're through 12 episodes of Mob Psycho already, but we are. And this coming Sunday, we're going to start season 2 and slowly catch up to season 3. I'm ready. I'm ready for this winter when I'm cold and shivering and being like, I just need some Mob Psycho, and then I got it. So it'll be like last us all throughout winter. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. I hope you all are too. But I'm curious to know if you've seen these minis before and what your thoughts about them were. I thought they were absolutely adorable. They were cute and they were funny and they were a lot of fun. So I'm curious to know your thoughts down below, what you all thought as well. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back Sunday with season 2 of Mob Psycho. Bye.